Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another video episode of the Forgotten Weapons Library. For once, we actually have a brand new book here this week, The Submachine Gun by Max Popenker and Anthony Williams. And I gotta tell you, when you see a book by those two guys, it's gonna be a good one. Max Popenker runs a great online firearms encyclopedia. We'll have a link to it in the show notes below this video. World.guns.ru is his site. He's got just some amazing stuff there. Anthony Williams is a British gentleman who runs a website on all sorts of ammunition. Similarly, fantastic website. He has all sorts of material that you'd never even heard of, not hearing of. So they got together, collaborated, produced a book on the submachine gun, and I just got a copy last week, and it's really excellent. There is a ton of information in here that I'd never heard of, and not to toot my own horn, but I've heard of a lot of guns. It's not that common for me to run into something that I've never even seen before. And well, just for example, when we go into the section on actual submachine guns here, the very first page I open up to is Argentina, and I had not heard of a single one of the guns he has listed on the first page for Argentina, which kind of took me back a little bit. I wasn't expecting that, but man, it's awesome to find a book like this that has all the research that clearly went into this. So let me back up a minute. The book starts off with actually a section on the development of the submachine gun and the common operating mechanisms that they use. And then, of course, with Mr. Williams participating, there's a big chunky section on ammunition covering, again, just like the guns, all sorts of cartridges that I bet you've never heard of before, or at least some that you haven't. Both obsolete old cartridges and new cartridges that may take off yet or may not ever take off. We have things from the relatively common 9mm Glicenti, the 8mm Nambu, up to, let's see, the 17 Libra. We have the 5.56mm Colt Mars. We have the 792x24 VBR. And then back to normal stuff like the 41 Action Express. That's all over the place, right? So there's some tables in here of common ballistic data for the more usual submachine gun cartridges, and then pictures and discussion of these real oddball rounds. And then we have just page after page divided up by country of really interesting, unusual submachine guns. So another good example is Japan. If I take a look at the page on Japan here, we have, most people don't know Japan had a submachine gun in World War II. A few people know that they had the Type 100. What you never see around is this kind of information. Some early Swiss-made guns bought by the Japanese, prototype Japanese submachine guns. We have, for example, a picture here of a Type 100 with a paratrooper's folding stock. I mean, come on, I've seen one regular Type 100 in my life. This is cool. This is stuff that you never see anywhere. So the book is actually for sale on Amazon. It was just released about 2 weeks ago, and I'm sure it's on sale because it's brand new, and sooner or later it'll go off sale. Right now it's like 30 bucks, which is just a steal for this book. This is great. This is going to have a good place in my library, and you can bet we'll be referencing this in some upcoming Forgotten Weapons posts when he covers some guns that I don't have very much or any information on. So again, the book is The Submachine Gun by Max Popenker and Anthony G. Williams. Fantastic book.